Hello, this is Dan with NEX Pro Picks, and today I'm just going to show you one of the products we've already built and show you the capabilities of our system. So we're going to go right here into the product manager, and I'm going to open this one right here. And we're just going to hit edit layers. And now you can see I've gone a little crazy here, but I've got my image, then I have an overlay, and I can turn these on and off. So I've got my original background, and then I've got that overlay, then I've got my player, and then what I did was an overlay over the player. So that covers up the bottom of her legs. And now what you'll see down here is what we did was we added an overlay over top of our text. So, you want those Photoshop looks where it's got the sparkles and specks and everything else like that. We can add that in here, but what you have to do is you have to build it on its own layer. So if I turn all these other layers off, you're going to see that's my above the text layer. So when I turn on the text, it's just kind of lightly crossing over it. And it gives you that effect like Photoshop, but then it allows the parents to still change the name on their own. So now if we go over here to our sample data, we can try it with some different kids' names. And it does take a second to load when you get more complicated, but there's a longer name. And this is how you can also test the placement of your text. So like if you don't like where the name is, you can move it up just a little bit. And I did the rotated text in this one. So if you go into your text properties, right down here, I have a rotation of -14. So you can change your rotation if you don't want that. You can go a little less, and then you're going to click Apply Effects. That is the one thing about our text layers is they will not auto-apply any effects until you actually click the Apply Effects button. So now you can select the last name layer, and you can see the strokes. I've got a stroke of 10. If we decide we want that more, we can go to 15 and make it a little bolder. And then we can test it on our other subjects by going back to Subject Data and trying another person's name. And that looks good too. So then if you want to look at the vertical text up here, the vertical text works very simply. All you have to do is shrink the box down. So if I make this box go wide, it's going to put the text back to horizontal. Now if you shrink it back down, you're going to see it go back to vertical again. And then you can fit it right in there. So that is kind of how we can work on text with images, with multi-layers, and do vignettes and everything else that you would like to do. Pretty much anything you can imagine can be done. Just build the layers in Photoshop, save them as PNGs, and you can upload all your products. All your fancy templates that you've bought can all be used on our system. And the parents can pick their image, and you no longer have to render thousands of images when the parents are only going to buy one. Hope this helps you out. You have a great day, and we will talk to you next time.